You know this now because you see yourself what's going on with this strike. They literally want to replace all the actors and writers with AI.
Says the guy who took his co-host's voice and used
To
her to
replace
put
her
out,
with AI.
replace her with AI. And no, it's not about the trolls. I'm not making a book about the trolls. Everything we listened to tonight was largely about them saying mean things to Zod on Twitter. That is everything it is. That's why I was laughing my ass off when I heard this, because he is so fucking delusional.
He's a fucking moron, dude. Like,
it's funny how like he's like the book has quotes from them, and like the quotes have like their initials, so you can figure out who is who. Because they still want to be under anonymity, but I'm just gonna put their initials. Their initials. So that's just stupid.
Yeah,
if you want to keep them,
that he talked to,
anonymous sources told me, rather than WH told me that Cavill.
Yeah,
People are able to say,
HC told me
right,
that ZS has a tiny penis.
Right.
My
and it's
God.
like, okay, connecting the dots on who those initials are.
Yeah, right. And there's when we start getting into
libel,
right? Into libel, where it's like, oh, well, he could go, well, it could be anybody. It could be anybody.
It can be anybody.
And then you're like, yeah, but
it can be anybody. It can be
if he goes, GG says this.
Right.
Real quick here, Maverick for 5. Thanks, buddy. Man, these guys go so hard for Cavill. Can we start a campaign for Brandon Routh? Can we call it How About Routh?
It's funny,
they would call that a personal attack against them. That's what they would say.
Did you see the post where someone's like copy and pasted the Cavill gun firing Cavill, but made it about Snyder and Brandon Routh, and basically said it's the same thing. Like if you're going to say that Gunn fired Cavill, you can might as well say that Snyder fired Routh as Superman.
Yeah.
So
it's really hilarious how they're going about it. But
by
there's
the way,
still
one more thing I want to mention real quick. He said that, oh yeah, Henry Cavill would come out and speak for us. He would come out and say that what they're gonna do to your Superman is a disgrace. Do these guys not understand that part of what Cavill wanted to do with Zack Snyder was for there to be a heartfelt Superman? Really makes you wonder just how much they're really throwing under that rug.
Yeah, they don't know what they're saying, and that's the whole thing. Like Sil says something. What it is it's Mikey Sutton. I think Mikey is the man behind the curtain on this one. I really do. But let's keep going, because there's not much more that I had watched beforehand, but there's just some interesting things that he says.
If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
James Gunn is a moron, and he's going to he's making a mockery of DC. He doesn't want to make DC successful. He wants to make DC a joke.
Yeah.
Because that's the sweetest revenge he could possibly get. He hates us so much, and he has so much professional jealousy towards Zack Snyder. It's not even funny.
What the fuck? Bro!
Yeah, the dude who is a $1 billion less financial viable than James Gunn is totally jealous of it.
The guy who completed a trilogy in the Disney Marvel space while still going off to go do a DC movie and a DC show. Right. And then
totally
go and take
jealous.
over the fucking thing. Yeah. Oh my God. He's so jealous, you guys. He's so jealous. He became.
And he's going to use his position to
what the hell,
enact revenge against Zack Snyder and
he hates
the fans.
Gunn has said so many times how much he loves the fans and everything else. Like what people need to realize is
the fans so much he would not be answering their questions online.
Yeah. Well,
that's the other thing too. It's so rare when a big studio head comes out and answers a fan's questions or is open with the fans. Hey, this is what we're doing. You don't see Kevin Feige doing that. That's how passionate he is for the fans and how much he's like, hey, this is something that's going to get you guys excited for what we have coming up. Like, he doesn't leave a lot of us fans in the dark, and no disrespect to Kevin Feige, but Feige does kind of do that. Sure, he reveals a lot of things at San Diego Comic-Con, but he's not as open as James Gunn when it comes to, hey, this is what we have planned out. So here it is. And like they reveal like certain characters showing up or certain storylines that we could see in the future. Like, not even Feige does that. Gunn does this. And this is showing
Revenge of the Gun.
Or the way of the gun, to copy that old early 2000s movie.
Yeah,
From
like,
Christopher McQuarrie, who directed the last many of the Mission Impossible movies. Anyway, yeah, let's keep going. He doesn't know, and he spouts out his ass, and he's doing this mostly to impress APAS, right?
Really?
No, he really is. The homie's down bad. He's down bad. But you know what? I got to say, there's something a little sweet about it. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
There's something a little sweet because you really want to find somebody that looks at you the same way Zod's one good eye looks at APAS.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna say something in the chat. I'm not gonna say it out loud. I'm not gonna say what it is out
None of
loud.
you. Wow, you guys
No,
didn't.
no. The one good eye that. Well, the thing is that when you look at the stream, it does look like one eye is
He's
like,
got. Yeah, he's
looking at APAS, and then one eye is looking forward.
Dude, I've been
But
sitting
now-
on that
but
joke
now it looks
all
like-
fucking night long, and like, yeah. Anyway, it's just like, and again, I'm being a bit mean spirited towards Zod, but
No, you're fine. You're
it's
fine.
at the same time he's just spouting all these lies, all these fucking lies. But you know what? I'm curious for a few more.